Thanks for purchasing the Nemo Gogo bivvy with air-supported technology. Before you set up the tent, you'll have to install the air beam. Unless you encounter any problems with the air beam, this is the only time you will need to install it. The air beam attaches to the tent at 5 points with hook and loop tabs. Start with your air beam deflated and with the valve pointing towards the front of the tent. Attach the hook and loop tabs to the air beam at each of the 5 points, 2 on either side and 1 at the top. Inflate the air beam. Once inflated, you may notice that the beam may need some adjustment. Tighten or loosen the attachments until the air beam fits snugly inside the tent. Unless you encounter any problems with the air beam, this is the only time you will need to install it. New for Gogo in 2007 is a unique swallowtail at the foot of the bivvy. The swallowtail props the foot of the bivvy above the sleeping bag to increase airflow and reduce condensation, all without adding weight to your pack. Using the swallowtail is optional. Set up the swallowtail by grabbing a stick from the ground and measuring its size against the height of the footbox. Break the stick and place either end in the top and bottom pockets. For the swallowtail to be effective, the tent must be staked at each end of the footbox.
Versatility is one of your Gogo bivvy's greatest attributes. The large door allows you to easily enter and exit with your gear. With the ExoFly system, you can easily switch from full mesh to protect from bugs to complete storm protection in seconds. Simply clip on the outer fly and zip it down. When waiting out a storm, you can create a vestibule for greater comfort in bad weather. Switch the stake loop and unclip the inner tent. Retract the tent to create the desired amount of space. The integrated pump is included with your Gogo bivvy. The integrated pump's small size and weight make it a perfect match for the Gogo, but any of our pumps are compatible. Inflation is easy. Find the quick disconnect valve on your pump and attach it to the valve on the air beam. When you hear a click, you'll know the valves are connected correctly. Use the mouthpiece to inflate the gray air chamber on the pump. Squeeze the chamber to transfer the air into the beam. The optimal air beam pressure, while only 7 psi, is beyond the pressure you can generate with your lungs. The integrated pump simply amplifies each breath by using your hands to push air into the beam. You'll know the beam is at the correct pressure when the beam feels firm and the process becomes difficult. You can use the integrated pump to inflate the Gogo from inside the tent or out. Breaking down the Gogo takes only a few seconds. Begin by attaching the deflator cap tied to the beam to the inflate-deflate valve on the air beam. You can deflate the beam by pressing on it or by rolling it. Unstake the tent and pack it, foot first, into the snap-on stuff sack. Make sure to remove the stick from the swallowtail. The tent must be packed foot first to ensure all the air is removed and that the Gogo packs as small as possible. The stakes and pump should be added last, or carried separately. Once the tent is in the bag, hold the top of the stuff sack and press down, removing as much air as possible before sealing it shut. Fold the top down several times and clip each side to the bottom of the stuff sack. This will form a water and airtight seal.